Welcome to the world of rare coins where history, mystery, and fortune collide. Today, we dive deep into the incredible story and astonishing value of the 1973 Abraham Lincoln penny, an item that could turn your dusty old change into a golden ticket to financial freedom. Stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal could unlock the secret to your wealth. But first, a quick question. When was the last time you seriously checked your old coins? Be honest, because what's gathering dust in your drawer might be your next big payday. Let's rewind to 1973. The United States was in the middle of a shifting economy, and the penny, often overlooked and undervalued, carried the image of Abraham Lincoln, a symbol of integrity and perseverance. But among millions minted that year, a very rare version from the Denver Mint slipped through the cracks, becoming one of the most sought-after coins for collectors and investors alike. Why is this penny so valuable? It's not just the year or the mint mark. It's a perfect storm of rarity, condition, and collector demand. Only a handful of these pennies exist in pristine condition. And among them, the 1973 penny stands out for its near-perfect strike, an elusive error, or sometimes even a misprint that makes it a true gem. Here's a funny thought. What if that penny you found under the couch last week is actually this one? If you blinked, you might miss your chance to cash in. The current market value for this coin has skyrocketed, recently hitting an astonishing $856,000. Yes, $856,000. This isn't just a hobbyist's dream, it's a life-changing opportunity. But don't rush to empty your piggy bank just yet. Condition is everything. Even the tiniest scratch or dullness can make a difference of hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's why knowing how to authenticate and preserve these coins is critical. And that's exactly what we're about to explore next. Now, here's the part most people miss. Millions of Americans hold coins that might be worth a fortune, yet they never take the steps to find out. Fear of scams, confusion about value, or simply not knowing where to start keeps wealth locked away in drawers and jars. But you don't have to be one of them. Imagine the freedom that comes with uncovering a rare coin worth nearly $1 million. Imagine paying off your debts, upgrading your lifestyle, or securing your family's future, all with one small coin. Here's the urgency. The market for rare coins is heating up. Prices are climbing every day. Waiting could mean losing tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. So, how do you act fast and smart? First, carefully examine your pennies from the early 70s. Look for the Denver Mint mark, a small D below the date. Then check for sharpness, luster, and any unusual features. If you find one that matches, don't trust random internet forums or guessing games. Contact a professional coin appraiser or numismatist who can verify its authenticity and grade its condition. This step can turn uncertainty into confidence and turn your coin into cash. Before we wrap up, here's a cliffhanger. What is the one little-known detail about the 1973 Lincoln penny that could increase its value even further? And what mistake could cost sellers thousands, even millions? That answer is just ahead in our next video. But for now, take a moment to look at your coins and consider this. Are you ready to find the fortune hiding in plain sight? Because sometimes, your next $1 million payday isn't in the stock market or real estate. It's in your pocket. If you want to learn how to identify these rare pennies and maximize their value, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. Wealth is waiting for those who act. What if I told you that a single penny could transform your financial future forever? Imagine holding in your hand a coin worth over $500,000. Sounds unbelievable, right? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to recognize one of these rare gems and why it could make you wealthy beyond your wildest dreams. Let's talk about the 1993 Abraham Lincoln penny. Not just any penny. This one has a story that echoes through history and now echoes in the world of rare coin collecting. While most pennies from that year are worth just their face value, a very special variety is commanding jaw-dropping prices today. In fact, collectors and investors are paying as much as $656,000 for a single 1993 Lincoln penny. Yes, you heard that right. Over $500,000 for a coin that's been quietly circulating for decades. How does something so ordinary become so extraordinarily valuable? That's what we'll unravel together. The story begins with an error. a mistake made during the minting process that transformed a simple penny into a rare collector's masterpiece. But before we dive into the details, here's a quick question for you. Have you ever found a coin in your change and thought, could this be something special? Most people toss those coins without a second thought. Don't be one of them. The 1993 penny worth millions isn't just rare because of its date or design. It's the perfect storm of rarity, condition, and history that makes it priceless. Unlike standard pennies, this one has a unique minting error that makes it stand out in the world of numismatics. Picture this. A penny struck twice, perfectly misaligned, creating a ghostly double image that collectors drool over. This isn't just a coin. It's a slice of history, a collector's trophy, and potentially your ticket to financial freedom. Now, why should you care? Because this coin might already be in your possession. Every day, thousands of people unknowingly hold rare coins worth thousands, even millions. Imagine the excitement of finding such a treasure in your jar of loose change. That rush, that instant heartbeat, pure adrenaline. But here's the catch, this opportunity won't last forever. The market for rare coins is booming, and the window to capitalize on these treasures is closing fast. What if you let this chance slip through your fingers? That fear, the fear of missing out on a life-changing fortune, is real. It's a reminder that every moment counts when it comes to selling rare coins. But don't worry, I'll guide you through the exact steps you need to take to identify, verify, and sell your coin at the best possible price. Because knowing your coin's value isn't just about money. It's about securing a legacy, building wealth, and living the life you deserve. Let's take a moment to clear up a common misconception. You might think all Lincoln pennies look the same. But the truth is, collectors search for very specific details. The 1993 penny you want to find has subtle but unmistakable features. A slightly off-center strike, doubled images, or a particular mint mark anomaly. These quirks are what separate a worthless penny from a millionaire's dream. If you missed that, rewind and pay close attention. You don't want to miss this detail. Now, a little humor to lighten the mood. What if your piggy bank has been secretly stashing your retirement fund all along? Sounds like a plot twist from a movie, but it's exactly what could be happening with your pennies. Instead of a dusty old coin, you might be holding the key to your next big adventure. As we move forward, keep in mind this critical point. Condition matters. The coin's grade, its wear and tear, directly influences its value. A pristine 1993 penny in perfect condition could fetch hundreds of thousands, while a worn one might be worth just a fraction. So, don't rush to sell without proper evaluation. We will explore how to get professional appraisals, what to look for in grading, and how to avoid common scams in the rare coin market. Now here's a cliffhanger for you. In just a few minutes, I will reveal how a simple phone call or email can connect you with trusted buyers who will pay top dollar for your coin. But first, let's talk about why the value of this coin is skyrocketing right now. The rare coin market is fueled by scarcity, demand, and the emotional pull of owning a piece of history. With more collectors entering the scene and fewer rare coins available, prices have soared to unprecedented levels. Missing out on selling now could mean leaving hundreds of thousands on the table. And here's another question. What would you do if you suddenly came into $656,000? Would you pay off debts, invest, travel the world, or maybe secure your family's future? This coin could make that dream a reality. But to claim your fortune, you must act wisely and swiftly. Before we wrap up, let's summarize the path ahead. First, examine your coins closely. Look for any unusual minting errors, doubled images, or off-center strikes from 1993. Second, seek professional appraisal from reputable numismatists who specialize in rare pennies. Third, connect with verified collectors or auction houses that offer secure and fair transactions. Don't let impatience or misinformation rob you of the value you deserve. The final thought I want to leave you with is this. Wealth often hides in the most unexpected places. Sometimes it's right there in your pocket. Are you ready to uncover your hidden treasure and step into a life of abundance? The choice is yours, but the clock is ticking. Your rare 1993 Abraham Lincoln penny could be the key to unlocking unimaginable wealth. Stay curious, stay vigilant, and most importantly, stay inspired. Because today could be the day your life changes forever. We're diving deep into the story and staggering value of the 1995 D. Abraham Lincoln penny. The market value? A jaw-dropping $856,000. Yes, you heard that right. But before you start daydreaming about luxury cars and private islands, let me ask you, do you know what to look for? Because this is no ordinary penny, and it's not about luck alone. It's about knowledge, timing, and action. Stay with me. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why some pennies can turn into fortunes, and how you could be sitting on a gold mine without even realizing it. Let's start with the story behind this remarkable coin. The year is 1995, the place Philadelphia Mint, where millions of pennies are produced every year. Most are ordinary, but a rare few stand apart due to subtle but crucial differences in their design, mint mark, or production error. The 1995 D. Lincoln penny isn't just a piece of copper. It's a story of American history, craftsmanship, and a minting anomaly that makes it a collector's dream. Now, here's where things get exciting. You might be wondering, how can a humble penny be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? It's all about rarity and condition. Imagine if out of millions of pennies, only a handful were made with a specific double die error, a flaw where the image is struck twice, creating a doubled impression. This tiny mistake turns an everyday coin into a treasure sought after by the world's most serious collectors. Think about it. While millions rush to buy stocks or lottery tickets, few pause to check their old coins. That's the opportunity. And if you own a 1995 D. Lincoln penny with this rare error, you could be holding something priceless. But here's the catch: the market is volatile and timing is everything. Hesitate and you might miss out. Act too late and someone else could claim your fortune. Speaking of timing, have you ever wondered why some coins suddenly skyrocket in value? It's not magic. It's driven by collectors' demand, historical significance, and the thrill of owning a piece no one else has. But the best time to sell is when the market is hot and buyers are desperate. That moment could be right now. Now, let's pause for a quick reality check. How often do you get a chance to turn a penny into nearly $1 million? I mean, what other investment lets you carry your fortune in your pocket? But don't just take my word for it. Legendary coin auctions have seen 1995 D. Lincoln pennies fetch prices that sound like a fairy tale. Good, because what I'm about to share next will make you look at your coin jar with completely new eyes. Imagine the rush of excitement when you discover you're richer than you ever dreamed. But what if you have the coin and don't know it? Or worse, what if you sell it for pennies without realizing its true value? That's the fear that keeps many from acting, and it could cost them millions. So, what exactly should you look for to spot this rare penny? First, examine the mint mark, the letter D near the date. Not all 1995 pennies have this mark, and only a small number of those with the D are valuable. Next, check for the doubling effect on Lincoln's profile or the date itself. It's subtle but unmistakable once you know what to look for. If you don't see it right away, don't panic. There are expert grading services that can authenticate your coin and protect its value. And if you think this sounds complicated, remember, that's exactly why most people overlook these treasures. But you won't be one of them. Here's a quick question to reset your focus. When was the last time a penny made you feel this excited? Now, imagine telling your friends or family you own a coin worth more than a luxury car. They'll think you've struck gold, and maybe you have. Before we wrap up, here's a cliffhanger to keep your mind racing. The value of this penny isn't just about rarity or errors. It's about a growing community of collectors and investors who see these coins as symbols of legacy and prosperity. Their willingness to pay top dollar is what drives prices higher every year. So, the real question is, will you be the one to seize this moment or watch from the sidelines as others cash in? The path to wealth is often hidden in the smallest details. A whisper of history, a minting flaw, a well-timed decision. The 1995 D. Abraham Lincoln penny is more than copper and zinc. It's a chance to change your financial future. If you suspect you have one or want to learn more about unlocking its potential, don't wait. Reach out to a trusted coin expert, get your coins evaluated, and prepare for the excitement that follows. Remember, fortune favors the bold, and this penny might just be your ticket to a life beyond your wildest dreams. We're diving deep into one of the most coveted treasures among collectors and investors alike, the 1996 D. Abraham Lincoln penny. Imagine holding a piece of American history in your hand that could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. What if I told you that this seemingly ordinary coin could be valued at a staggering $876,000? Stay with me, because what you're about to discover could change your life forever. Let's start with a question. Have you ever held a penny and thought, could this be more than just loose change? If you have, you're not alone. Thousands of Americans are sitting on fortunes without even realizing it. This is not just a coin. It's a ticket to a wealthier, more secure future. But why does the 1996 D. Lincoln penny hold such incredible value? What makes it so special? And most importantly, how can you know if you have one in your possession? Let me take you on a journey through time and craftsmanship, revealing the secrets behind this extraordinary penny. The story begins in 1996, a year that might seem recent but carries a rare coin anomaly that caught the attention of the numismatic world. Unlike most pennies, the 1996 D. Lincoln penny features a unique minting error, an error so rare that only a handful exist. This scarcity, combined with its historical significance, makes it a coveted gem for collectors. But before we get lost in the technical details, let's pause for a moment. Imagine you're cleaning out an old jar of coins you found tucked away in your attic or drawer. You spot a 1996 D penny. Your heart races. Could this be the moment your life changes? Would you know what to look for? Would you recognize a coin worth close to $1 million? If you're not sure, don't worry. Many people miss these signs every day. The fear of missing out on such a fortune is real, but knowledge is power, and I'm here to guide you through every step. Now, here's a little trivia to keep your mind sharp. Why do pennies have Abraham Lincoln on them in the first place? It's because Lincoln was the first president to be featured on a circulating U.S. coin, symbolizing his enduring legacy. This historical connection adds emotional weight to every penny minted in his honor, especially the rare 1996 D variety. Let's talk about what makes this coin exceptionally valuable. It's all about the mint mark and a rare doubling error. The D stands for the Denver Mint, but this penny is not your everyday Denver penny. The doubling error creates a visual effect where the letters and numbers on the coin appear twice, a mistake that happened during the minting process and was caught too late. This minting flaw transformed a common penny into a priceless artifact. But how can you tell if your penny has this error? It requires a keen eye or professional appraisal. The font doubling is subtle but unmistakable to trained collectors. If you miss it, you could be leaving a small fortune on the table. That's the urgency. Every day that passes without checking could be a missed opportunity to turn your old pennies into a life-changing payout. Picture this: an ordinary American just like you discovers one of these pennies at a garage sale for $0.25. Fast forward to today, and that same penny has made them a millionaire. Wouldn't you want to know their secret? What steps did they take? How did they recognize the value before anyone else did? And how did they turn that penny into a gateway to a wealthy lifestyle? These questions lead us to the next phase of our story: how you can identify, authenticate, and sell your 1996 D. Lincoln penny for top dollar. Before we get there, let me reset your attention with a quick thought. Why do we put so much value on coins? After all, they're just metal, right? Well, that's where history, rarity, and human desire intersect. The stories behind coins add meaning and worth, turning simple metal into gold for collectors and investors. It's a fascinating blend of economics, history, and psychology, and it's what makes the 1996 D. Lincoln penny so extraordinary. Now, the big question: how do you confirm your penny's value? The answer lies in professional grading services. These experts examine the coin's condition, rarity, and minting errors to assign a grade that directly impacts its market value. Remember, even a tiny imperfection or a smudge can change the worth dramatically. So, authenticity and condition are everything. You might be wondering, where do you sell such a rare coin? Not just anywhere. The right marketplace makes all the difference. Auction houses specializing in rare coins, reputable dealers, or direct sales to serious collectors are your best options. The demand is high, but you must navigate carefully to maximize your profit. And here's where the cliffhanger hits. Many penny owners hesitate to sell, unsure of the process, scared of scams, or hoping for an even higher price. But waiting too long could mean missing out on the current peak market value. The coin market fluctuates, and right now it's at a historic high. Will you seize this moment or let it slip away? The choice is yours. To close. Think about this. Your next move could transform a dusty old coin into a legacy of wealth for your family. You have the power to turn history into opportunity. Don't let fear hold you back. Excitement is justified. This is a rare chance to step into the world of million-dollar coins. Act now, educate yourself, and take control of your financial future. If you found this story inspiring, stay tuned for our next video where we'll reveal insider tips on authenticating and selling rare coins like the 1996 D Lincoln penny safely and profitably. Remember, wealth often starts with a single coin. We're diving into the story of the 1993 D Lincoln penny, a coin that's not just rare but has been valued at nearly $700,000 in today's market. We'll break down what makes this coin so valuable, how to identify one, and most importantly, how you can turn forgotten change into real wealth. But before you go rushing to the coin jar, stay with me, because there's a twist you won't see coming. Let's rewind to 1993. Bill Clinton just took office, Jurassic Park ruled the box office, and quietly, in the Denver Mint, a series of Lincoln pennies were struck. Most were ordinary. Billions of them, actually. But a few came out different. The 1993 D penny isn't rare just because of its year. It's what's hidden in the details. And here's where things get exciting and a little nerve-wracking. Some of these coins were struck with off-metal errors. The penny was accidentally stamped on the wrong type of planchet. That's like trying to print a $100 bill on toilet paper. It's a mistake, but one that collectors are obsessed with. These rare anomalies skyrocket in value because they are 1 in a million, sometimes 1 in a billion. Now here's the kicker. One of these 1993 D Lincoln pennies recently sold for a jaw-dropping $676,000. Think about that for a moment. You might have walked past one, paid for coffee with one, dropped one between the couch cushions. That kind of money isn't just life-changing, it's legacy-building. But here's where fear creeps in. What if you've already let one go? What if your penny, your $676,000 opportunity, is already gone? Hold that thought. Let's talk about how to find the gold among copper. Identification, action, and transformation first. You need to inspect every 1993 D penny you come across. Look closely. Use a magnifying glass if you have one. The valuable versions are usually off-metal errors, particularly those struck on bronze planchets instead of the standard zinc-coated steel weight. A normal 1993 D penny should weigh 2.5 grams. If yours is closer to 3.1 grams, congratulations, you might be holding a bronze error penny. Color. Bronze pennies have a warmer, richer tone, a sort of reddish-brown glow that sets them apart. Believe it or not, bronze pennies sound different when dropped. A subtle ring, like a tiny bell. Give it a try, just don't scare the dog. Got something that fits? Don't clean it. Don't polish it. And for the love of Lincoln, don't spend it. Take it straight to a certified coin dealer or get it graded professionally. This one move could mean the difference between pocket change and generational wealth. And here's a bit of humor to reset the brain. Imagine handing over a $676,000 penny to a vending machine for a bag of chips. You're not just feeding your hunger, you're feeding someone's early retirement. Now, let's bring this home. You're not just holding a coin. You're holding a chance to rewrite your story. And if you're like most Americans between 30 and 65, this might be your one overlooked opportunity to shift gears, from paycheck to prosperity. But there's urgency here. These rare coins don't sit still. Every year, more get found, sold, or lost forever. And every day you wait is a day closer to someone else cashing in on what could have been yours. So take action. Search those jars. Look through the glove box. Dig through the drawer where old keys and mismatched socks go to retire. It might just be the one. Cliffhanger and call TOACTION. And what if I told you this isn't even the rarest penny out there? There's another coin, also from the 90s, that recently sold for even more. And odds are, it's even easier to find than the 1993 D. Want to know what it is? Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications, because in our next video, we're revealing the sleeper coin that could make the 1993 penny look like small change. Did you know that a simple penny could be your ticket to a life of luxury right now? Somewhere in a drawer, a dusty coin jar, or tucked away in an old coffee can. Someone is sitting on a 1991 D Lincoln penny worth up to $865,000. Yes, you heard that right. Not $85, not $8,000, over 800 grand. And it's not just any penny. It's the 1991 D Lincoln cent, a coin so rare and misunderstood, it's been changing the lives of those lucky enough to recognize it before it's too late. The question is, could that someone be you? Now, before you roll your eyes and say, it's just a penny, ask yourself this. If there was even a 1% chance that coin in your home could be worth nearly $1 million, wouldn't it be worth checking? Stick around. Because in the next few minutes, we're diving into how this unassuming coin became a hidden gem in the world of rare collectibles. And more importantly, how to know if you own one. Let's start with a story. In 2022, a man in Colorado stumbled across a dusty Ziploc bag in his garage. It was filled with old coins his grandfather had collected. Nothing special, or so he thought. He nearly tossed it, but something made him look closer. And there it was, a 1991 D penny with a unique shine and off-center strike. After one phone call and an expert appraisal later, he was handed a check that could have bought him 3 brand new Teslas. He hadn't even known what he had done. So what makes this penny so special? First, it's not about the date alone. It's about minting errors. Certain 1991 D pennies were struck using a proof die, one that was meant only for specially minted coins. These dies create sharper, more defined details. In rare cases, one of these dies gets mixed into regular production. That's when the magic happens. It's like printing a $100 bill on rare paper. Same denomination, completely different value. Now, here's where the fear comes in. Most people overlook these errors. They spend them, they lose them, they toss them into vending machines. That's why they're rare. The few that survive, collectors are lining up for them. The highest verified market value for one of these rare 1991 D Lincoln cents? $865,000. And it's not just a number on paper. It's the real price people are willing to pay for perfection, rarity, and history. Still think that penny on your kitchen counter isn't worth a second look? Let's talk identifiers. The D mint mark. This stands for Denver. All the high-value 1991 Lincoln cents have this mark just beneath the date. Proof-like appearance. These coins have an almost mirror-like surface with sharp, defined features. They weren't supposed to be in circulation. Doubling or errors, look closely. Use a magnifying glass. Some coins show doubled images on Lincoln's eyes or the lettering. Weight. A genuine penny should weigh about 2.5 grams. If it's off by even a little, it could be something even rarer. Now, here's a quick pattern interrupt for you. If a penny falls in your house and you don't pick it up, did you just lose $500,000? Laugh if you want, but next time maybe check before you step over it. So you found a coin that fits the bill. Now what? Don't clean it. Don't polish it. Don't list it on eBay for $20. And please, don't take it to your local pawn shop. Reach out to a certified coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Get it authenticated. Get it graded. That's how you unlock the real value. Because in the world of rare coins, condition is everything. A coin worth $865,000 in mint state could be worth only $100 if it's scratched or cleaned improperly. Now let's get real. This isn't just about a coin. It's about opportunity hiding in plain sight. It's about the kind of wealth most people overlook because it doesn't look like wealth. And if you're watching this right now, it means you're not most people. You're curious. You're paying attention. You're open to the idea that your financial breakthrough might be closer than you think. When was the last time you really looked at your pocket change? How many jars do you have in your home filled with forgotten pennies? How many drawers of coins that haven't seen daylight in years? Some people work a lifetime to save a fraction of what one coin could bring them in a single sale, but only those who know what to look for can cash in. Now, here's your cliffhanger. There's another Lincoln penny out. They're even rarer than the 1991 D that recently sold for over $1 million. And no, it's not from the 1800s. It's from this century. We'll cover that in our next video, so make sure you're subscribed. What if I told you that a single penny sitting in your drawer right now could be worth over $665,000. Yes, a coin you probably overlooked. A coin so ordinary it could be hiding in your car, your kitchen, or your pocket change. But it's not ordinary. It's potentially life-changing. Welcome to the incredible story of the 1998 Lincoln penny. A small copper coin with the power to flip your financial future upside down. The discover why it started, like most legends, with a mystery. A coin collector at a local estate sale was sifting through a coffee can full of old change. Nothing fancy, just decades of forgotten currency. Then he spotted something different. It looked like a regular 1998 Lincoln penny, but something about it was off. The lettering was unusually crisp. The finish had a shine that didn't quite belong. He trusted his gut and took it to an expert. What happened next? It was verified as one of the rarest transitional errors ever seen. The coin had been struck on the wrong planchet, minted using the wrong metal, and it was perfect. Now, before you roll your eyes thinking, oh sure, just my luck, hold that thought. Because this story is not just about one man's lucky find. It's about you. You see, millions of 1998 pennies were minted, but only a few were struck like this. The question is, could one of them be in your possession right now? The value. Let's talk numbers. In recent auctions, one of these rare 1998 pennies sold for a staggering $665,000. Yes, you heard that right. A penny worth more than a luxury home, more than most people's retirement savings. How? What gives a 1-cent coin that kind of value? Two things: rarity and error. The 1998 Lincoln penny we're talking about is a mule error. That means it was accidentally struck using the wrong die or metal. In this case, a coin blank meant for a dime. It's a mistake that slipped through the U.S. Mint's quality control system, and that makes it incredibly rare. Think of it as a 1 in a billion typo, only worth hundreds of thousands. And here's where it gets exciting. Many of these coins are still unaccounted for, still sitting in old jars, in coin rolls, in attics, in garages, untouched, unnoticed. Maybe even in your home. And if you're thinking, well, I'd never get that lucky, let me ask you something. Have you ever checked the serial number on a $1 bill for fun? Or looked at scratch-off tickets hoping for a miracle? This isn't luck. This is about knowing what to look for. And you're about to find out exactly what that is. Let's break it down. What exactly should you look for? First, check the date, 1998. Nothing special there yet. Now flip the coin over. Is the design unusually sharp? Does the color seem off? Maybe more silver than copper? Try weighing it. A standard penny weighs 2.5 grams. If yours is heavier or lighter, it could be a clue. More importantly, have it inspected by a coin grading service. Because in the coin world, authentication is everything. A verified 1998 mule penny in mint condition can fetch over $500,000. Even a less than perfect one, easily tens of thousands. The discover. Here's the $1 million question. Or should I say, the $665,000 question. Are you going to check your change? Or are you going to let this moment slip away? This coin isn't just about money. It's about what's possible. It's about opening your eyes to opportunities hiding in plain sight. It's about reclaiming wealth from the forgotten corners of your home. Literally. Because here's a truth most people ignore. Fortune doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers. And the whisper today is from a penny. Now imagine this. You find one of these rare 1998 Lincoln pennies. You get it verified. You list it at auction. And the bids start pouring in. But wait, there's an even rarer version of the penny that could be worth more than this one. And it might be lurking in your collection right now. Want to know what that is? Subscribe and turn on notifications, because in the next video we're diving into a coin that makes this one look cheap. Right now, in the pockets, drawers, and forgotten jars of America, lies wealth most people walk past every day. One of these coins, yes, a 1979 D Lincoln penny, was just valued at $765,000. And here's the kicker. It's not the only one. Ask yourself, have you been sitting on a fortune without even knowing it? Let me take you back. It's 1979. Gas is cheap. Bell-bottoms are still a thing. And the Denver Mint produces millions of Lincoln pennies. Most are worth, well, a penny. But hidden among the masses is a rare anomaly. A coin with slight imperfections, near-perfect condition, or a mint error that makes collectors' hearts race. This is where the story begins. For years, ordinary Americans have been tossing these coins into jars, letting them gather dust. One man, a retired factory worker in Kansas, was about to toss his in a Coinstar machine until something caught his eye. A tiny difference on the surface, a sharpness in the detail. That coin? It was a 1979 D Lincoln penny. Later, it was auctioned for over $700,000. Now imagine how he felt. Relief? Joy? Or maybe fear? Fear that he almost lost his chance. You know what's in your collection. Let's dive into the secret world of the 1979 D Lincoln penny and why yours could be worth a small fortune. First, let's understand what makes these coins valuable. It's not just age. It's not just rarity. It's the combination of condition, mint mark, and die variety. Collectors and investors are constantly on the hunt for coins with rare mint errors like off-center strikes or double dies flawless surfaces, known as mint state conditions, and even subtle differences that the untrained eye would never catch. Here's what we know about the 1979 D penny. The Denver Mint produced over 4 billion of them, but only a handful have been graded at MS68 or higher, meaning they're nearly flawless. One such coin recently shattered expectations, selling for $765,000 at auction. And here's the thing, those high-value coins didn't start in a collector's vault. They started in pockets, jars, or under couch cushions. You might be wondering, how do I know if I have one? Well, we'll get to that in a minute. But first, let me ask you a serious question. When was the last time you checked your change? Carefully. Because right now, someone is pulling a coin from their drawer that could pay off their house. And you're still not sure if yours is worth anything? Stay with me, because what I'm about to share next could change everything. If you found $765,000 in a parking lot, would you walk past it? Because that's what some people are doing every single day. Wild, right? Here's what you need to do. Take out your 1979 D Lincoln pennies. Look for these signs. A sharp, full strike with no visible wear, especially on Lincoln's hair and jacket, an off-center design, or doubling in the lettering, a shiny copper surface that looks untouched by time. Then get them graded. Professional coin grading services like PCGS or NGC can evaluate your penny and possibly unlock its hidden value. Because here's the hard truth. Once you spend that coin, it's gone forever. That could be a 5-figure mistake, or a 6-figure one. Now picture this. You sell your coin, you pay off the mortgage, take that trip, help your grandkids with college, and live the kind of life most only dream about. All because you looked a little closer. But wait, that's just 1 year. The 1979 D penny is only the tip of the iceberg. There are dozens more coins hiding in plain sight, waiting to be discovered. And in our next video, we'll reveal the top 5 penny coins that could be worth over $1 million, and how to spot them. What if your next big opportunity is sitting in your pocket right now? We're going deep into the world of the rare 2014 D Lincoln penny. We're breaking down what makes it worth almost $1 million, how to identify one, and the hidden details collectors and dealers never tell you up front. By the end of this video, you'll know how to tell if you've been sitting on a small fortune, and more importantly, how to cash in. But first, let me ask you something. When was the last time you checked your spare change? Don't worry, you're not alone. Most people ignore their pennies until they realize they're ignoring their future wealth. Let's zoom in on this 2014 D Lincoln penny. To most people, it's just a 1-cent coin, ordinary, forgettable. But under the right conditions, it becomes a collector's dream. So, what's so special about this penny? The rare version has one key feature: a misstrike, also known as a double die or die clash error. These minting mistakes are extremely rare, and in 2014, only a few escaped the Denver Mint like this. Collectors call them the unicorns of modern coinage. They're often struck off-center, have doubled images, or contain minting flaws that make them one of a kind. It's like owning a painting with the artist's fingerprint hidden in the corner. They go crazy for that kind of rarity. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. That $965,000 sale? It wasn't a fluke. It was a bidding war. Multiple collectors recognized the error and started throwing numbers like confetti at an auction. And as the price climbed, so did the heart rate of the seller. From a penny to a Porsche, or better yet, a paid-off home. And here's where things get urgent. The number of valuable 2014 D Lincoln pennies out there is limited. Every week, another one is sold, locked away in a private collection forever. So if you have one, the clock is ticking. Still think pennies are worthless? Let me ask you this, if a penny had the power to retire you early, would you still walk past it on the sidewalk? Quick question. Have you ever yelled at a vending machine for eating your dollar? Imagine yelling at yourself 5 years from now for not checking your coins today. Yeah, that stings a bit more, doesn't it? So what now? First, grab your coins. Dig through your drawers, your car's cup holder, that old coffee can in the garage. You're not just searching for change, you're treasure hunting. Next, inspect your 2014 D pennies. Look for these signs. Is the coin off-center? Do you notice any doubling in the date or letters? Is the surface unusually smooth or oddly struck? Even small irregularities could signal a rare minting error. Now here's the cliffhanger. You may not even need a microscope. Some of these valuable traits are visible with the naked eye. The catch? You have to know exactly what to look for, and in just a moment I'll tell you how to spot them precisely. But first, let's address the elephant in the room. You might be thinking, this sounds amazing, but who's actually going to buy this coin? Here's the truth. Thousands of coin collectors are out there. And they're not just browsing, they're hunting. Every day, auctions happen online and in private networks where collectors are shelling out six-figure checks for the right coin. They want what you might already have. You just need to connect the dots. So how do you sell your coin if you have one? You'll want to do 3 things. Get it graded. Use a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. Get it appraised. A real expert can confirm the coin's rarity. Take it to auction and let the bidding war begin. Don't go to the nearest pawn shop. You wouldn't sell a Picasso at a garage sale, would you? Now imagine this. You're sitting at home watching the bids rise. Your 1-cent coin just hit $400,000. The auctioneer pauses. Another bid, $700,000. Then silence. Until the hammer drops. Sold. You just turned a penny into freedom. But here's the twist. You won't know unless you look. Unless you act. Right now, someone is finding one of these coins and starting their journey toward wealth. The only question is, will it be you? This isn't just about a coin. It's about the possibility that your next chapter begins with something you already owe. So check those coins. Educate yourself. And subscribe to the channel because next week, we're revealing the top 5 most common pennies that are secretly worth a fortune. You won't believe number 3. We're diving deep into the mysterious world of the 2020 D Abraham Lincoln penny, a coin that has stunned collectors and investors alike. If you own one of these pennies or even think you might, this video could be your gateway to unlocking unimaginable wealth. But before we go further, let me ask you, when was the last time you really looked at your loose change? You might be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. This is not just about coins. It's about opportunity. About taking control of your financial future. Because sometimes, the smallest things hold the greatest value. Let's begin. This story unfolds in 3 acts. First, we'll uncover what makes the 2020 D Lincoln penny so extraordinary. Then, we'll reveal why its market value has skyrocketed to over $856,000. Finally, we'll discuss how you can act now to turn your rare coins into real wealth before the chance slips away. Act 1. The coin you thought you knew. The Abraham Lincoln penny is familiar to every American. It's been in circulation for over a century, a humble copper piece stamped with the 16th president's profile. But the 2020 D penny is different. It's a rare minting anomaly that has baffled experts and excited collectors worldwide. What exactly makes this penny so special? It's a combination of factors: a unique die error, a limited mint run, and an incredibly low survival rate. These pennies were produced at the Denver Mint but were mostly melted down due to a production defect. The few that escaped destruction are now prized treasures. You might be wondering if your pocket change contains one. Here's a question for you. If you found a penny worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, what would you do with it? Take a moment to imagine the possibilities. Your mortgage paid off, a dream vacation, financial freedom, the life you've always wanted. Before we get too excited, let me drop a quick truth bomb. Not every penny from 2020 D is valuable. Many are common, everyday coins. So the key is knowing how to identify the rare ones. We'll get into that shortly. Act 2. Why the market is exploding. Why now? Why is this coin suddenly commanding such an extraordinary price? The answer lies in demand, rarity, and timing. Coin collectors and investors have been hunting for the 2020 Lincoln penny for years, but only a handful exist. That scarcity has created a feeding frenzy in the market. When supply is nearly non-existent, even a single coin can spark a bidding war, pushing prices into the stratosphere. At the same time, economic uncertainty has driven many people to tangible assets. Coins, especially rare ones, have become a safe haven investment. Unlike stocks or bonds, these coins carry history, beauty, and guaranteed scarcity. That emotional connection drives prices higher. Now, a quick pause. Ever feel overwhelmed trying to figure out if your coins are valuable? Here's a little joke to lighten the mood. Why don't pennies ever get lost? Because they always keep their sense. Okay, back to business. This market is not going to wait. The window of opportunity is shrinking as more people become aware of these coins. What was once an obscure collector's secret is now front-page news in numismatic circles. Waiting too long could mean missing out on a life-changing payday. Act 3. How to take action now. So how do you turn your coin collection into cash? Step 1. Authenticate. Make sure your coin is genuine. Professional grading services can verify its rarity and condition, which dramatically affects its value. Find the right buyer. This is not a coin shop purchase. This is a high-stakes investment sale. You want collectors, auction houses, and investors who understand the true worth of this coin. And here's a little secret: timing matters. Selling when the market is hot can mean hundreds of thousands of extra dollars in your pocket. Don't wait for the market to cool or for more pennies to flood the scene. But before you rush to dig through your drawers, let me leave you with this cliffhanger. What are the exact characteristics that distinguish the $1 million 2020 Lincoln penny from an ordinary one? If you want to discover those key details and how to spot them instantly, keep watching, because coming up next, I'll reveal the hidden signs that can turn your old penny into a fortune. Imagine the look on your family's face when you tell them you sold a penny for nearly $1 million. Imagine the relief, the pride, and the excitement. We dive deep into the story behind the USA 2006 Abraham Lincoln penny, a coin whose value has skyrocketed to an astonishing $756,000. Yes, you heard that right. Over $750,000 for a single penny. But before you dismiss this as just another internet myth or a fleeting fad, stay with me. What if you or someone you know is sitting on a treasure trove, unaware of its worth? What if that forgotten coin in your jar, or that dusty old collection tucked away in a drawer, could be the key to living the wealthy lifestyle you've always desired? Let's begin by unraveling the mystery behind this seemingly simple penny. What makes the 2006 Abraham Lincoln penny so rare and valuable? Why does it command such an extraordinary price in the current market? This isn't just about metal or minting errors. It's about history, scarcity, and the powerful story engraved on that small, copper disc. Now, let me ask you this. Have you ever wondered why some coins become priceless while others remain just pocket change? The answer lies in what experts call the minting anomaly. The 2006 penny carries a unique error that makes it incredibly scarce. Only a handful exist, making it the holy grail for collectors and investors alike. It's like finding a needle in a haystack, except this needle could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. You might be thinking, that sounds exciting, but how do I know if my penny is the one? Hold that thought, because in just a moment, I'm going to share with you the exact characteristics to look for. But first, let's talk about why the time to act is now. The coin market is booming, and demand for rare pennies like this one is at an all-time high. Prices are climbing fast, and experts predict they will continue to surge. Waiting could mean missing out on a life-changing opportunity. Imagine watching your penny's value soar while you hesitated. That's the fear every smart investor wants to avoid. Here's a little secret to keep you on your toes. A quick riddle. Why did the penny go to therapy? Because it felt so spent all the time. A little humor to remind you that sometimes what seems insignificant can have a story deeper than you think. Back to our main point. The 2006 Lincoln penny's value isn't just about rarity. It's about condition, provenance, and authenticity. Experts use magnification tools to inspect every detail, from the clarity of Lincoln's profile to the precise mint mark placement. These tiny differences can mean the difference between a few dollars and hundreds of thousands. Now, imagine if you could authenticate your penny with confidence. Imagine knowing exactly what to look for and how to present it to potential buyers who are eager and ready to pay top dollar. This knowledge transforms you from a casual collector into a savvy seller, capable of unlocking wealth hidden in plain sight. And speaking of selling, that's where the real magic happens. The market for rare coins is highly competitive, but with the right strategy, you can maximize your returns. There's an art to selling these treasures, knowing when to sell, who to sell to, and how to negotiate offers that reflect the true worth of your coin. Picture this. You receive an offer that matches the market value of $756,000. What would that mean for you and your family? The freedom to live without financial stress, to pursue dreams that once seemed out of reach. It's not just about the money. It's about the lifestyle that money can buy. But wait, here's the cliffhanger. There's a rare twist in the story of the 2006 Lincoln penny that could make your coin even more valuable. What if I told you there are secret variants, hidden details only discovered by the most dedicated experts? Variants that could push the value beyond the current market estimate. If you think this sounds like a treasure hunt, you're absolutely right. And in the next part of this video, I will reveal the exact steps you need to take to identify these rare variants and position yourself for maximum profit. Before we move on, a quick question to reset your focus. What's heavier, a pound of gold or a pound of pennies? Trick question. They weigh the same. But when it comes to value, pennies like the 2006 Lincoln are pure gold in disguise. Now, as we transition to how to authenticate and sell your penny effectively, keep this in mind. Opportunities like this don't come often. The clock is ticking, and the market waits for no one. In the next segment, I will walk you through the essential tools and expert tips to evaluate your penny's condition, how to connect with trusted dealers, and how to avoid common pitfalls that could cost you thousands or even millions. If you want to live a life free from financial worry, this information is your first step. Don't let fear or hesitation keep you from claiming what could rightfully be yours. Stay with me, because the story of the 2006 Abraham Lincoln penny is just getting started, and your journey to wealth could begin the moment you say yes to learning more. Are you ready to uncover the secrets that can unlock millions?